Hello, once again, my name is Tim Grady. I'm from the Lawton, Oklahoma, USA, Seventh-Day Adventist Church. I'm just a member. Okay, I've talked about electric bikes, scooters, gas scooters. Um, this one's going to be entitled, Don't Be This Guy. Don't do what this guy did. He made a lot of mistakes when he made this. First of all, he's breaking like 100 laws. Don't be this guy. Don't do that. Um, First of all, he put too big of an engine. First of all, he put too heavy of for the speed he would be traveling. He has decent brakes, but he does not have enough brakes to stop him at 55 miles an hour. He went 55 miles an hour to get on a state highway with this engine. The rear wheel, the wheels on his bike, the brakes on his bike cannot handle 55 miles an hour. The faster you go, the centrifugal force forces your tire out, puts heat in your tire, and can blow it up. Okay. Just you lose a tire on a bicycle, you lose a tire on a motorcycle. Ouchie, ouchie. I've done it. You end up on the ground. And the faster you end up on the ground, the more hurt you get. There are exceptions to the rule. I've known two people that both own bicycle stores, bicycle mechanics that had a zero speed accident where they were just getting going or they were doing very, very little speed. And both of them broke their shoulders, their collarbones. One of them collapsed a lung and the other one damaged his neck. So yeah, there are exceptions to the rule. But please don't be this guy. Don't do that. Don't do that. First of all, a 50cc engine will do more than what you can. There are engine size requirements because and they also only used to put in engine size requirements, but then these guys hopped these little 50cc engines up, these 49 50cc engines up, and they were doing, yeah, they were doing stupid. Okay. Every state has a rule for the speed of a bicycle. Now, you can go get motorcycle tires, you can go get bigger brakes, and you can turn it into a motorcycle, but then you have to tag it as a motorcycle. Again, as Seventh-day Adventists, we must follow the law until it goes against our uh, religious religious liberties. Period. That is part of the creed of the Seventh-day Adventist. In the 28 fundamental beliefs, we have Christian behavior, um, and we have. I'm going to also put in 21 stewardship, because if you're running out doing stupid and getting caught up by the police, that's stupid. That is not stewardship. That is not spending your money wisely. First of all, let's look at what he should have put on there. This engine right here is what he should have put on. This one. Okay, one of these kits right here that are 4-stroke that has this transmission right there. That transmission right there. Because it has a gear sprocket already. You should have used bike parts, not this. A kicker engine is no problem. Now, where people build e-bikes out of, and he put everything on the trailer, and it's a kicker bike. Disconnect the trailer, and it goes straight off, and you have a regular bike. That is a good option, because now you can now put in a metal can, a lithium phosphate, one of the lithium batteries in here, and have 150 amp hours instead of only having 40, 50, 80. You could put 250 amp hour on this trailer, put on your in a one wheel little kicker like this. You could do a lot of good things with this. But instead of him getting whatever he did with this stupidly 16 horsepower engine, overpowering breaks things. I will say it again, overpowering breaks your bike. Overpowering breaks you. Overpowering wears out your equipment. It wears out your frame. It wears out everything. If you would have just gone with a 50cc engine, stuck to the 45-mile max or the 35-mile, and again, you check your state's regulations, because there are pedal assist, which is one category. Then you have go only with potential pedal assist. And then you have the motorcycle or moped go only. So when it comes to electric bike, gas bikes, but this is a really good option, but not with that setup. Because when he built this, he didn't get the freewheel. So every time he put the electric bike on, he was pulling all of this apparatus. But if you have that centrifugal clutch, back to this one, or any one of 100 of these different ones, see that that's already attached on the engine. Here it is. The centrifugal clutch comes out to already to a chain. So when the engine is idled down, the centrifugal clutch goes, and now you're only pulling the housing and not the engine and all of the things that go with it. These are also very, very good kits for your bicycle. That one's okay. I've installed a few of those. There are much better kits out there. But these are very, very good kits. In this kit, you have to get a lot of spare parts, which is the clutch and the inner bell for the sprocket, this bearing, the other bearing on the other side, and a couple of other little parts. Keep spare parts around. They don't eat them fast, but when you don't have them, you really need them. So there's one more. Let's go to motorized kicker trailer for bike. Let's see what that brings up. Okay. We're going to go to images. Here, this is from Atomic Zombie has one of these plans. Down here is your batteries. You have suspension. And you have a trailer. This one is particularly on a, looks like it's on a tricycle. Here's a manufactured kicker trailer. Here's another one, no suspension. They put the electric hub motor in the back, and they put the batteries up here that they built themselves. That's a pretty good design. Here's another one of his design. Except again, awkward, poorly planned out, oversized. That one is much better. I can see that one already. That one's a 50cc engine. So there's a lot of ideas. Here's another one. Pretty good design. Single wheel trailer again. It has the force joint here for the single wheel coupler trailer. There's a lot of ideas out here, but do not find out what your laws are, comply with the laws, or you're going to end up not being happy. You're going to find yourself in jail. And you're going to find yourself spending a lot of money on here's another one of those commercial electric kicker motors. But you could make one that can go let's go back up to that one where they had an electric hub motor in the rear. Not that one. This one right here. See here, that's the electric motor right there in the rear wheel. And that, I think, is one of the better quality ones. But all you have to have, I mean, if you put 150 or 200 amp lithium ion battery, you're going to go many, many miles before recharging. And it's nothing but a voltage regulator and so you could even build your own controller if you had a little bit of experience. Or you can go with the kit they are and build your own battery. Or there's a lot of options. Extending your range is not hard. It's just the size of your battery. And if you put it on the trailer, you could even go with a without that is more temperature acceptable. You can go with an AGM battery. Yeah, it's heavier, but at that point you're on the trailer. It doesn't matter. You can get your legal, depending on what you want to be. If your power says power only, in what category, what insurance you have to carry. I already covered that in another video. And you can more easily get these in and out of your boat, your RV, whatever. When weight matters, weight matters. I do not like this design. This design will get you hurt. See, there's another bad design. Wow. Bad design. Very bad design. If you're going to have a rear trailer like this, you need to have it on this type of hitch right here, where it has the where it cannot twist this way, but gives you this way and this way movement. When this one is only giving you up and down movement, that can wipe you out. This can bad, very bad. You can't make turns. It will hurt you bad. This is a bad design. And when you can start recognizing good designs and bad designs, yeah. But if you're going to go with a gas engine, stick with the correct one. 49cc and below, you're legal, but you're up in the category of motor only. So there's an issue. So again, here he's making the bike he did a pretty good job of engineering it for what he's doing. But again, this engine is way too big, way too much, way too heavy, way too fast. Those tires are wore out. He's lucky he didn't have a blowout going 55 miles an hour and being stupid. So again, you've got to be legal when you do this stuff. Yeah. I'm not going to put a link to his description in the video because he did it wrong. He did it way wrong. Yeah. Oh, you go with this and you have it also has an electric output. So you can also charge your batteries with a very small little DC to DC charger, and you can do the hybrid system he's doing and extend the range on your electric. But if you're going to go with gas, go with gas. But it's just another idea, out of the box thinking. I like his out of the box thinking. I will say he's good for that. But anything else, don't be stupid. Don't follow the law, follow the law, follow the law. And with that said, out here.